Hello. So today we're going to do a quick look at Out of Sorts second edition, do a little unboxing and see what's changed from the first edition. So I've got the shiny new second edition here. Here's the first edition, of course. Obvious thing is it's now in a telescoping box. So as you can probably tell, my copy is a little banged up. Tuck box is not the strongest. That's okay. It worked at the time. But yeah, now, fancy telescoping box. Look at that. Okay. So, have a look. We've got the rule book. Again, proper rule book this time. Which is always nice, because the old version's rule book was your obligatory fold-out sheet. So I've got the rulebook, and now this is actually my favorite upgrade. So, although maybe this will be contentious for some people. So in the first edition of the game, the librarian tracker were these two cards. And they slid down like this, which worked nicely. Also, it was cute. I'm really happy with how it turned out. But now, with this new edition, got room for a full proper board and a fancy little wooden token for the book. So the book actually is book shaped now instead of this weird cutoff that I had to do here. But anyway, starts up here, and as you annoy the librarian by failing, it does that. Fun thing, you'll notice this has 5 spots on it for this to slowly fall down. This has 3. Game may be a little trickier now. We'll see. Okay, so that's another change that happened. And then, actually, this is going to be the big one. I have completely updated all of the symbols. Let's just take a look at all these cards. We'll get to the other cards later. So, all new symbols. Actually, the fun thing is now that we're in a bigger box, I think if we put these two stacks next to each other, you can... Oh gosh. That's what happens when I try and do it live. More symbols as well. So that's fun. So the books are much shinier now, in my opinion. All teal. The color specifically is going to change as I figure out the printer settings with the printer and all that sort of stuff. But it's gonna be much closer to this kind of teal than the blue that came out here. But anyway, so old cards, new cards, and if we can do a quick look through some of the old symbols. The old symbols are fun, I guess. But I've spent some time kind of figuring out what the alien language is, I guess. So you can probably see these ones have more just little embellishments on them, just to kind of make them a bit more cohesive, and there's a few more differences and things like that. I won't spoil all of them, but there's a couple that have also kind of copied over and been reimagined, and a lot of just new stuff as well. So yeah, and then the index cards, obviously we've got the matching sets between the two. So that's fun. So let's see, I can show you what the old index cards look like. Old index cards actually, if we take a look, are actually kind of printed on index looking cards. These ones are much more similar to the actual books. I don't know if these aliens have literal actual index cards. So those are all of the new books and symbols. I'll just set those aside. Let's have a look at the other stuff. So the categories in the old version of the game, I've only had, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only had 7 cards, because that's basically all I had left. So we've gone to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still didn't have a lot of room to add a ton of cards, but I've kind of refined categories a little bit. These mostly look the same. I kind of liked the little plaques that were for the categories from the first version. So again, this blue needs to match better. I got multiple different shades of blue from the printer, as you can see, but we're gonna work on that. So no worries there. Okay, so categories. Those are all some existing categories, some new categories. Oh, yeah, exactly. Mysteries. Okay, let's take a look at what else we got. So previously the round trackers were these bookshelves that slowly filled up with books. If you played the game, you might know that it's very difficult to get super far. So I tweaked some of the checks that happen each round, and I've also made the checks actually look bigger. Because now that we have this alien librarian board, the way the new round cards work, let's see, is they go in a stack above the librarian, as if the librarian is literally telling you how many cards you gotta look at each check. So that's fun. I've tweaked them. Same general idea, but the numbers have changed. When you notice there's a little clock at the bottom. That's a new addition to the game, which if you want to have a look, you can have a look at the rulebook. Or actually, I'll just tell you. Now there's a little final check at the end where you sort all the cards that you found so far. Based on how far you get, that's how much time you get for that check. So that's just a little finale that's been added to the game. That's fun. Then finally, this wasn't in the original, we have the micromanagement expansion. So this is a 18 card expansion. The librarian is going to take a much closer interest in the way you are sorting your books. So basically, you'll see more details later, but the librarian's stepping in and telling you where these books should go, which forces you to recontextualize stuff. And if you've been figuring out the exact right sorting system, you're not going to be able to do that anymore. Which I think helps make the game a bit more fresh if you've played it. Oh, knock on the camera. If you've played it a lot, which is always nice. So yeah, so that is the new components for Out of Sorts 2nd edition.